students, welcome SGMSP channel. We started mechanical properties of fluid. In that mechanical properties of fluid, in this session we have to learn relation between surface energy and surface tension. In previous lecture we discussed about what is the meaning of the surface tension. We drawn one of the imaginary line on the free surface of that liquid, then we got the definition of the surface tension. Also we discuss what is the definition of a surface energy, but we have to revise some part. That part is very essential to understand the relation between surface energy and surface tension. So let me start. See that before surface tension also we learned the molecular theory, surface tension on the basis of that molecular theory. So some molecules were present, they were present in the surface film, they were present on the free surface, and some molecules are there, they are deeply inside the liquid. So the molecules which are deeply inside the liquid, if we want to draw the diagram, actually just I want to revise the part of that. Here the surface film is present, in that some molecules are present. Here I am not drawing that much big diagram, just I want to inform you. Just I want to revise some part. It is A, it is B, it is C. So here we know that we learn, just we revise it. What happened? The molecules which are present deeply inside the liquid, on them the cohesive force is more, and that cohesive force is in all directions. But the molecules which are present in the surface film and on the free surface, on them also cohesive force is there, but that cohesive force is less compared to the liquid molecules which are present within the liquid. That we learn. So what happened? On that molecules which are present on the free surface and which are present in strip, on them force is exerted by the liquid molecule, and that force tries to pull them inside the liquid. Because of that force, these molecules which are present in the surface film, which are present on the free surface, they are coming inside the liquid. Because of this, what happened? That surface film, the free surface is under the tension. It behaves as like an elastic membrane, and this will minimization the number of molecules on the free surface. Okay, but another thing is that in that, as the number of molecules which are present on the surface film, they are pulled by the inward force. So what happened here? The number of molecules are minimizing, but for the stability of that free surface, it is very essential to bring the some molecules from liquid to the free surface. In one hand, what happened? Most molecules which are present on the surface film and free surface, they are pulled inside the liquid. Because of that, what happened? There is a number of molecules on the free surface, that number is going to reduce. Here the molecules are less, but on other hand, it will behave as like elastic membrane. This will happen due to surface tension. But for the stability of that free surface, it is very essential we have to bring some molecules from liquid on that free surface. So the molecules which are present on the free surface of liquid, they having extra potential energy compared to the molecules which are present inside the liquid. The molecules which are present on a free surface, they having the maximum potential energy compared to the molecules which are present inside the liquid. They having the minimum potential energy. So the molecules which are present on the free surface, they possess extra energy. That energy is called as the surface energy. That we already discussed. And now we have to find out the relation in between the surface energy and the surface tension. Also we know some things are there. See that the more systems are present in the universe, every system always tries to minimize its potential energy. But now we understand in case of a liquid, free surface is there. On the free surface, molecules are present. That molecules possess the extra energy. That energy is called as the potential energy. So the molecules which are present on the free surface, they having the more potential energy compared to the molecules which are present inside the liquid. But in universe, any system is present that every system tries to minimize its potential energy, and the free surface of liquid, it will tries to minimize the surface area, so that extra potential energy possessed to the molecules which are present on that free surface, that energy is used to increase the surface area. Okay, so this is a basic thing, and it is one of the universal property. If we are taking the example of a water droplet, see there some molecules of liquid. Otherwise, we can take the example of the droplets are there. The droplets are some apart from each other, some distance they are apart from each other. When they coalesce, when they comes together, that time that small droplet when comes together, they coalesce, it will form a big drop. So in this case, what happened? At some distance, that suppose any one surface is there, here the droplets are present there, okay, in such way. So in between them some distance is there. When they coalesce, they will come together, and here they will get one of the big droplet. So in this case, what happened? The surface area is minimization, and there is a reduction of energy. Surface area is going to minimize, and there is a reduction of energy. So reduction of that energy is in the surrounding. That means here that extra energy we are going to use. In this case, we say extra energy is used to increase the surface area. Here also, that surface area is decreases and energy is released. We can't say reduction here. The energy is released from that big drop in the surrounding. Now see, this is the basic theory of that surface energy and the surface tension. Let me move. Now we have to see the relation in between surface energy and the surface tension. For that, first of all, we have to consider one of the rectangular frame. See here, I am going to draw the diagram here. Consider a rectangular frame who having the name P dash P S S dash. You can see the diagram also here. One of the frame is there. Here, its name is P dash P yes dash. Here, consider one of the rectangular frame. Okay. Now, for that frame, one movable arm is present there. That arm having the length L. The name of that arm is Q R. See that? What consider one rectangular frame P dash P S dash, that frame having a one movable arm, that QR, that arm having the length capital L. Now what happened? We taken a soap solution. That frame is dipped in that soap solution. Then we held the frame horizontally. That time we can see here the soap solution is present there. That means here we can say the soap film is present in the boundary PQRS. So in that boundary we are getting the soap film in this boundary. We are getting the soap film. Why this film is found? Because that rectangular frame is dipped in the soap solution. After dipping, it taken out, it held horizontally. Then we can see here one of the soap film is present in between the boundary PQRS. The film is going to form in the boundaries PQRS. Due to that film, each side of the frame, it will experience a force. The force is given by F, and it is an inward force. So film is present in the boundary PQRS. Due to that soap film on each side of that PQRS, each side experiencing a force. The force is inward force. Now what happened? Due to that force, that movable arm QR, it will try to move toward the PS. It will try to move toward the PS. Then what happened? If it is moving toward the PS, that area of that film is going to decrease. The area of the film is going to decrease. Now let me write some part here. See, rectangular frame. consider. I am not writing it deeply, it's all writing work is present in the textbook, whatever important part that I am noting here. Consider a rectangular frame. The name of frame is there P dash P S S dash. It having a movable arm. Okay, movable arm is QR. Okay, when we deep in the soap solution, that time the soap film is present. F is an inward force on each arm of PQRS due to film. How we are getting here that inward force? Because the film is formed in that portion PQRS, and due to that film on each side of that PQRS the force is present. The force is inside. Inward force is there, so that QR tries to move toward the PS. If it is moving toward the PS, we can understand if that portion will goes here, what happened? That surface area is going to decreases. Now L is the length of that QR here. Yeah, let me write here L, length of movable arm. The name of that arm is QR. Now what happened? So film is formed here. Here force is present there. So here we are getting the surface tension. The force acting on that movable arm. Otherwise, the inward force acting on that movable arm is given by. Here we can say inward force. The force is denoted by F. Okay, acting on QR is given by. We know the relation between the surface tension and the force. Here I am writing the here relation. Therefore, already T is equal to F into L. We know that how we are getting surface tension is defined as the tangential force. Tangential force acting perpendicular to the two sides of that imaginary line. That means force per unit line. Here that force, but here we are getting the different value of that force. Force is equal to 2L into T. Now the one question is that why we are taking here 2L? We know as per that formula force is equal to P into L. I want to tell you one thing. It is one of the rectangular frame is there. When we deep that frame in that soap solution, then that soap film is formed in that portion PQRS. So what happened when we head is horizontally? Then we are keeping this way. We are getting the two layers of that surface film. One is the upper layer. If we are holding it horizontally, this layer, upside layer is the upper layer, and downside layer it will become the down layer. That means upper and lower layer. Here film has, we can write here why 2L is there. Film has two layers. Which two layers are there? Upper and lower layer. So here we can say surface tension acting on movable arm, acting on movable arm QR has length 2L. That means here instead of L, why we are taken 2L? See there two layers of that film, upper layer and the lower layer. So here length is not only L, that length is replaced by 2L. Now see there, up to this part is very easy. Now here the force is inward force. That force is acting on each arm of that PQRS. Why? In that body the film is present here. It will be present in that portion only. So otherwise we can say that that film is formed in PQRS. Now what happened? Imagine that the equal force, that force is F dash. The force is acting on a movable R but in opposite direction. Here the force is F. The equal force of the F, it is denoted by F dash. F dash is equal to the F but in the opposite direction. It is acting on the movable R. Then what happened? That arm is going away from the PS. The arm is going to shift this way. So in this case there is increase in that surface area. Now the arm is shifting at a distance dx and it will move in new place q dash and r dash. Next is that imagine that the force F dash, which is equal to F but in opposite direction, it is acting on a movable R. Due to that, the movable R, it will be shift some distance, it will be moved to Q dash R dash through a displacement dx. Okay, now here we can say F dash is equal to F acting on QR in opposite direction so QR moves at Q dash R dash through the distance. Otherwise we can say the displacement dx. That means that QR is changing its place. It will shift on new place. That new place is Q dash R dash. And in between them the distance, otherwise displacement is dx. Why this happen? On that movable arm QR, the force is applied. The force is denoted by F dash. It having the same magnitude as like the F, but it is in opposite direction. Now what happened here? Displacement is present here. That means here work is done. Why work is done? Work is done for the shifting the film from QR to Q dash R dash. That work is done. It is in opposite direction of the force. That means we can say here the work is done. Why work is done? For stretching the film. Here the film is going to stretch. So here work is done and that movable arm QR who having the length L, it will move at Q dash R dash through the distance dx. So we can say here work is done. For which purpose work is done? For stretching the film. For stretching film. And it is opposite to force. Opposite to force. Yes. If work is done, let me put the value of that work done. Work done is equal to work done is equal to F into displacement. Putting this value here. dW is equal to here F, we are not taking here F, here we have to take F dash. F dash is acting on that movable R. That F dash having the same magnitude as like the F but in opposite direction. So here displacement is our dx. But we know F dash is equal to F. What is the value of F? Here we are getting the first equation. It is 2L into T. 2L into T, the value of F. Let me put this value. Here we will get dW is equal to 2L into T into dx. But that another formula is there. What is here? 2L, wait, I am writing here, but 2L into dx is equal to dA. What is a dA? Increase in a area. Increase in the area of a surface of films, of a two surfaces of film. Here we are getting the two films. So here dA means increase in area. Increase in area of two surface film. Here what happened? Two surface film, that means we know here is the lower layer and upper layer. So two surface films are there. That two surface films area is increases here. So here it is a dA. Now next thing is there. Here work is done. That work is done. It's stored in the form of the potential energy. Otherwise we can say it is as a surface energy. So here that work done is stored in area dA in the form of potential energy, that is surface energy. So here that dW is nothing but it is a surface energy. So that equation number here, the equation is going to change in such a way. Here we have to put the two values. First of all, dW is equal to T into dA. Instead of that, here we are writing dA. Here we written equation number second. We take the change in that equation. Instead of 2L into dx, it is dA. But that work done is stored in the form of the surface energy. So that third number equation will be again changed. It is surface energy is equal to T into D. So this is the relation in between the surface energy and the surface tension. So from that energy relation, from that, see the equation number 4 is the relation in between the surface tension and the surface energy. It is written here. But from that equation, again we will get another relation. The relation, otherwise we can say, we will get the another formula for the surface tension. See here, surface tension is equal to surface energy per unit area. Per unit area. Already for the surface tension, how we are getting surface tension? Force per unit length. Its SI unit we know. What is the SI unit for that? Newton per meter. But from that relation, here we are going to discuss the relation in between surface tension and surface energy. That relation is surface energy is equal to product of surface tension into area. That dm is increase in area. So here we will get another SI unit for the surface tension. SI unit is, it is joule per meter square. So here they will ask the question, prove the equivalent SI unit for surface tension is joule per meter square. In state board also they will ask 3 mark question for the relation between the surface energy and the surface tension. See here one of the unit of that surface tension, Newton per meter, and here we are getting one another equivalent unit for the SI unit of the surface tension. Let me revise this part within some minute. It is a relation in between the surface energy and surface tension. Consider a rectangular frame of wire P dash P S dash. Okay, that wire having frame wire having the movable arm QR. That arm having the length L. That frame we dipped in a soap solution taken out from that soap solution and held it horizontally. We can see the soap film is formed in the portion PQRS. Here the soap film is present here. That means the film having the two layers, upper layer and the lower layer. See there, the movable, due to that soap film on each side of PQRS, the force is present there. The force is an inward force. The force is denoted by F. That inward force, due to that force by the soap film, that movable QR, it tries to move toward the PS. Due to this, there is a decrease in the surface area. Okay. Now here we get the formula. The inward force on that movable QR is given by F into TL into T. We know surface tension is force per unit length, but here that soap film having the two layers, upper layer and the lower layer, so that the surface tension acting on the movable arm who having the length 2m. So this is first. Now imagine that on that movable arm a force is acting. The force is denoted by F dash who having the same magnitude as like the F, but in opposite direction the force is acting on that QR. Due to that force, what happens? That QR moves to Q dash and R dash through the distance dx. So here what happened? Here work is done. Displacement is there, force is present there, work is done. The work is for stretching the film. When that movable arm QR, it moves to the new position Q dash R dash. In this process there is increase in the surface area. Okay. Now see that work is done. The work is done for stretching the film. And it is that work done is opposite to the inward force. The force is acting on a movable arm inward direction. So here work done, that work done is equal to F dash. That due to that force there is a displacement. F dash into displacement. So F dash is nothing but F. F having the value 2L into T. By putting this value, dW is equal to 2L into T into dx. But we are getting the new quantity increase in the surface area. So 2L into dx is equal to dA. It is an increase in the surface area of a two surface films. So by putting this value, here we are getting dA. Now what happened? Here work is done. Work is done for stretching the film, and that work done is stored in an area dA. And this work done is in the form of the potential energy. Otherwise, we can say it is that potential energy is called as the surface energy. So here that dW is nothing but the surface energy. So surface energy is equal to surface tension into dA. From that, 4th number equation is the relation in between the surface energy and the surface tension. From that again we are getting another formula for the surface tension. Surface tension is nothing but ratio of surface energy per unit area. Surface tension having the SI unit Newton per meter, and in this relation, by this relation we are getting one of the another equivalent SI unit. This is Joule per meter square. I hope you understand this relation in between surface energy and surface tension. Please learn it carefully. Okay, thank you.